Today is President's Day, so we're taking a few moments to show you another part of the capital city you may not have seen.
We thought we'd continue our tour through Washington, bringing you to the National Archives. It's dark in here because we can't use lights. But we talked to the curator about why this place is important and what this is all about.
This is the Rotunda. This is where the Charters of Freedom are housed, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights. And every day of the year, except for Thanksgiving and Christmas, visitors can come in and look at these original documents.
This is the Declaration of Independence, and the first thing I see is it looks really faded.
Yes. I argue that it's because it's been well loved. We, at this point, our conservation colleagues have set parameters that they think that any further damage or fading has been arrested. That's one reason why it's so dim here in the Rotunda.
Okay, go! Get out of there. Get out of there now. He's got the bloody map.
Pop culture. That movie, National Treasure, with Nicolas Cage.
Yes.
You know, obviously all fiction, but do you know what's on the back of this thing?
I do, and I don't mean to disappoint. There are no secret treasure maps or codes, but it does say Original Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776.
Okay, there's no map or anything?
There's no map. Okay. No using lemon to come up with a secret map or message or anything.
Just checking.
Yeah.
You do have places here that are specifically designed for refurbishment of documents.
Yes, we do. We have a conservation lab, which is where all of our records go to be treated, whether or not they need to be treated for an exhibit or just in general, it's their time has come that they need to be seen and given some care.
And over here you have the actual Constitution, and you look at how many pages and the articles. It is not as faded as the Declaration.
No, it's actually in much better condition, and it is 4 pages long. We have all 4 pages on display all the time. One fun fact is it says "We the people of the United States." In earlier drafts of the Constitution, the writers had actually put each state, but at the time they weren't sure if all the states were going to ratify it. So this term United States came to be, and it was written here on the Constitution. The final draft says "We the people of the United States," not "We the people of Delaware, Rhode Island, New York, etc." Another fun fact is that there's actually a couple of spelling errors or typos. If you look, Pennsylvania has a misspelling, and there are corrections on the document that if you look closely you can see that they had some edits. Another big word on the Constitution is "done." If you go look at the 4th page, the engrosser who was charged with writing the official copy wrote "done" in pretty big letters, and I can't help but think that after 3 months of every line, every phrase, the structure of our government being debated, that they had accomplished a huge task. And it's an experiment that's worked. We have the longest standing national constitution in the world.
Well, let's walk down here. This is the Bill of Rights.
Yeah, so the Bill of Rights, a lot of people might be surprised to hear that the first amendments that were proposed were at number 12. What we know is our Bill of Rights is the first 10 amendments that were approved and ratified. There were actually 12 proposed. The first 2 were not ratified immediately. What we know is our first 10 on this specific document are the amendments 3 through 12 on here.
Okay, this is a new area called Records of Rights, right? This is downstairs.
Yes, this is our new permanent exhibit.
And we were talking about the 14th Amendment.
Correct. Our first landmark document that will be on display, which was chosen by popular vote. We put a public vote out and gave people 5 documents to choose from. And the 14th Amendment, which was passed in 1866, was the one that was chosen. And the 14th Amendment essentially provides equal protection under the law for citizens and has been the basis for the expansion of civil rights in the 20th century.
So bills, laws that provide the expansion of rights will be the focus of this.
Exactly. And just the story of rights, expansion or reduction. The next document that we'll have is an example of expansion, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which the 50th anniversary is coming up in June. We'll have on display this spring. So we'll constantly have new documents in here that the public will be able to see, again, up close and have access to.
For people who come here, what do you think they get out of it?
Well, I hope that they learn something.
National Archives of the United States. If you come here to D.C., you should check it out. It's worth a day exploring there, seeing those documents.